Hello, I'm Shin0555, and this is how to draw Shadow the Hedgehog. This video was requested by Bubbles920. So yeah, this is for you. This might be one of my most highly anticipated how to draw videos ever made. Well, today I'm gonna draw Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm switching hands. You can see my shadow, like right here. So yeah, I'm switching hands for a second. But this is the picture that I'm gonna be drawing. This is the reference pic I drew beforehand, and I'll be showing you how to draw that Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a long one, but I'll just jump into it. Okay, so. This is very similar to how to draw Sonic, how to draw Supersonic or Super Fleetway. You're going to want to start out with a little C right here. Just like that. Okay? And then you're going to curve it up like this. Go pretty high. About up to here would be good. Yeah, about there. You don't want to make it too big. And then you're just gonna start. Don't start at the very end. Start about here, and curve the line down like this. And yeah, that's gonna be his right eye, because it's a little inverted because the way it's facing. So we're gonna start on the next side and do his left eye, which would be over here, which you're gonna start about here and just do a curved line, kind of similar to this one but another direction, and then move it up. But this one, he's kind of just facing straight, so make it about as high as the one you made to the other eye right here. So that's good. You don't have to make it as long, but make it about the same height. And then again, you're going to start a little bit in and curve, make a line curving down like this. And those are going to be his eyes. So now we're actually going to start with the nose. And just where to place the nose, where you drew this over here, you're going to go down a little bit and just draw a little half circle like this. And he's like, his face is pointing down, so you're going to see his whole nose, and it's going to point down like this. And then just round it off, like an ovalish type shape. And you're going to put a little half circle right on the tip of the nose, just because that's where apparently light's hitting it, and he has like a nose like a dog, so it's like wet and reflects light, I'm assuming. Alright, anyway, now we're gonna actually draw his mouth, or like his mouth part. I don't know what you'd call that, but you're gonna start a little bit above the nose, do a half circle like this, and curve it down. We're going to go to the right eye, and curve it down, and then curve it up to meet this line you made. So it should look like this. And you could do the same thing on the other side. Curve it down, and then curve it up to meet that line. And then you will start about here, and just draw a similar shape to this. And the phone's going off. I don't know if you could hear it. It's in another room, but I can hear it. So sorry if that comes in the video. But you're just gonna draw a shape similar to this. And when you get here, you have to curve it up a little bit and connect it to there. Yeah, just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna do his actual lips, which I do like a little half circle thing, like a curved line over here, and then I'm gonna give him a little smirk, cause he's happy. He's a very happy Shadow the Hedgehog. So to do that, you just make a line like this, curve it a little bit on the top, right there, and I just like drawing his bottom lip, and to do that, you just simply do another curved line under his mouth, like that. So, there you go. Okay, now we're gonna jump to the eyelids, which the eyelids are very simple. You just do a line going across from here, just across the eye, and then you'll do about the same distance, or about the same height as the other one. And I just like putting in another line, give it a little bit more detail, like this. Nothing too hard yet. And okay, we're gonna do his eyes and then finish off his like face. Okay, so to do his eye, you do like an oval type shape like this. And I'm gonna do the other one about here because he's facing more towards this way. Like that's where he's looking. So you do a curved, like an ovalish type shape. And keep it the same height, or around the same height. So it should look like this. And what I like doing is adding a big half circle on the eye about here. And then just using that half circle and just draw another small oval type shape that matches this line. And then I shade it in, because that's the pupil. So just follow the outside line you made, this line. Just follow it, but don't touch it, and it should look like that. Okay, we basically got his face done. Now time to draw everything else around him. Okay, next I like doing the little highlights he has on his eyebrows. And to do it, it's very easy. You're going to start about here, or you could even start at this line, and just kind of follow the eyebrow that you made. Yeah. Just follow it. And then when you get to the point where you pass this, make a sharp angle in it, because the angles in his eyebrows are pretty sharp. Okay, and you can do the same thing on the other side. Start about here. Follow the eye. And then sharp curve down. Like that. So that's what she'll look like. I'm just going to shade in the nose really quick because that's bothering me. There. Perfect. Okay, now that we got his face done, we are going to jump to his ear, which is a little bit above this eyebrow. We're going to start about here. And his ear is the same thing as Sonic, where you just draw an open triangle. Like there's no bottom on this triangle. And when you get to like the tip of it, round it off and go down. Like that. And then for the inside of the ear, that's where you draw a full triangle. You can keep it pointed if you want. If you don't, that's fine too. You could round the edges, but I just prefer to make them pointy. So then you draw another triangle in there. And I like to start out from this angle and just draw a little curved line from the inside of that angle to this line of the triangle. Okay, the other ear is a little bit different. So the other ear is going to actually kind of be curved. It's going to be above this eyebrow, about the same height as the other ear. But you're going to make the first triangle outwards like this. And then, again, round the tip of it. and then go down. Like that. But when you do the triangle inside, start at the tip of the first triangle you made for the ear, and go down like this, and then connect it to this side. So it kind of looks like the ear's on a slant. And then again, just start from this angle, draw it to that side of the triangle. Okay, so it should look like this now. Now we're just gonna jump right into the spikes. As you know, but Shadow's kind of like Supersonic, where his back spikes are actually curved up. So I like starting about here, just near his eye, and just draw a line up, and then curve it up straight like this. Like that. And then when you get about to here, curve it down, and then to the side like this. That's going to be his first spike that we're going to go off of. You can make this line a little bit longer if you wanted to. Okay, next we're going to do the bottom spike, which you kind of follow this line. Don't make it as far out as this one. Curve it up, because it's far down. Just go about there, not too far. And then just curve it down. And then make it up. Make it attached to his mouth over here. Okay, that's what it should look like. Okay, for his top spike, I like starting about here on the ear, and just drawing a curved line up like this. And then over here, you could actually kind of follow it like this, curve it a little bit. Just like that. So that's his top spike. It kind of gets cut off in the picture, but that's alright. And now we're going to do this side of his head with spikes. A little less is going to be shown, so don't draw them like the ones over here. We're going to draw them a little bit thinner, so we're going to start about here. Go up like this. A little bit past the ear. And then curve it in. About there. And again, I like starting over here now, like on his mouth for this spike, just because I'm right-handed. It's easier for me to pull out the line this way. And just follow the first spike you made. Like that. So you got his head now. He also does have a couple of highlights on his spikes, which are very easy to draw up. You basically start at the tip of a spike, go make a straight line down, and then I like to connect them to this line that you made. And then you could do the same for this one. Start at the tip, and I like to curve it into his ear. Just me. And then on this side, do the same thing. Start from the tip, curve it to the line. And here, you could just start from the tip of the ear and just go like that. For his highlights. He also has one going down the middle, which you just start in the middle. And you kind of make like an arrow type shape, and make it try to point to this thing, because it points to the center of his face. So like that. Kind of make it pointed to this area. Okay, so that's how you draw his head. Okay, I'm going to get into the body now, so I'm going to move the paper up a little bit. And start the body. So what I like doing is making a rough outline of it, which I just do this little box type shape. like this. Doesn't look very good right now, but we'll make it work. Okay, I actually like starting out with his almost chest hair first. I don't know what that is. Fur? I don't know. But what you want to do is, I like starting about here on the chin, and just making curved lines like this. So you just do like a little triangle type shape. And you start about here and then just follow it. It goes about 3 times. And then you're going to kind of make it like point downwards, like that. And then just follow the shape you made. So I actually do it this way, where I kind of half draw it and then connect it. It's a little tricky. It might take a few tries to get it just right. Like right now it's a little bit off, but I can manage. It takes a little bit of fooling around with. Okay, anyway, now we're gonna start with his legs, but his legs are kind of connected to his body in this picture, so I like starting about here. And I just follow the line, but then I make little curves in his body, so he's not so boxy. And then I just continue on down and make a straight line like this. And then I go a little bit out of the way, draw another straight line following that, and kind of curve it in this way so it looks like this. Okay? And as for this one, you kind of do the same motion as you did the other side, make them a little bit thinner. And you just kind of follow what you did. But this time, when you go down, kind of curve the line like this. And then follow what you did with the curve. I actually prefer this line being underneath this line that goes down. Like this. I like putting this line in front of this line. So, yeah, it just makes the bend in his knee look better. That's why. Okay, and then I just like drawing a little tail. It's really easy. Just draw a little triangle on the side, right here. So, you basically got his entire body done, or the basic outline. For his arms, you just start, like, near the chin, about here. And just draw, again, just thin lines, or just straight lines going down. Like this. Actually, I could do mine more angled down. Just like that. Forget this little line. I wish I could erase it, but I'm only using one hand, so it's kind of hard for me to erase it. I didn't get any of it right there. Alright, anyway, we're gonna start his shoes, because those are slightly easier than his hands. So, for his shoes, I like doing this little half circle that goes past the 2 lines you made, like this. And then, following it with, this big circle, or, it's really like a rounded box, almost. Just like that. If you could make a shape around that, it's gonna look good. But he has these little, like, tags on his shoes, and they're really easy to draw. You basically draw a box, and you kind of follow the little line you made before, and then just like that. And to give it some dimension, you're gonna draw a line that is very close to it, but not touching it until you get to this little corner. And then you just connect the corners to it, giving it like 3 dimensions. And then you just make another small box inside of it, like this. And that's how you kind of make the tongue. I don't know what that is, but it's pretty cool. Okay, next we are going to do just another little circle thing right here. Just like that. He has like a golden ring on his foot. Okay, now we're going to just jump into the shoe itself. To do the shoe, you just start with a line going down like this. Curve it a little bit. And then go about this far. And then do a big curve like this. And then angle it a little bit. It's kind of hard to explain this step, but just kind of follow the shape I'm making. And then you're going to connect them like this. Kind of make like a shape like that. Got really bright because I moved my hand. Okay, now we're going to draw like the metallic hover part of a shoe, which isn't hard. Basically what you do is similar to this. You actually I like to start over here and just draw a line going out and then up and then curve it up like this. Try to keep it straight to give it more dimension and make it not look like a fabric, like a shoe. You want to make it look a little bit more metal. And then you're going to start at this edge and then just follow the line you made, similar to the tongue of a shoe. And then you could stop when you get about here and then just connect the little corners. Okay, then I like to start at this end and just kind of make a wide. Don't follow the shape you made before, just kind of keep it out like this, kind of like that. It's hard to explain, but just follow that shape. And now he has like little boosters on his feet, so to draw those, you just kind of do similar to this shape over here. You just kind of draw another square, but keep the edges really rounded. Sorry about that. And you make a shape like this. Then you kind of do a half circle. Don't let it touch the edges. Keep it like just a curved line. And then you're going to do a slightly smaller curved line on the other side like this. But make sure it doesn't touch the edges. And that's one of his boosters. You could do like another one like over here. Like this. And like another one like that. But yeah, the first one should be more detailed than the bottom two. And for this part of the shoe, just draw a straight line similar to this one. Just curve it in the back like that. And then make it roughly the same size as this part. And then he just has a line going up. Just like that. So that's basically how you do a shoe, roughly. I made him have really big feet. But hell, this is a cartoon. I don't have to be proportionately correct. Okay, his second foot isn't as hard because this foot's in front, so a lot of it gets covered up. So again, start half circle. And then the rounded box. And then for this tongue, I do a straight line and then curve it down. Then curve this one down and round it on the bottom. Like that. Because remember, it's in the back and like just the top part's really up. So what you're going to do is you're going to make two lines on the edges. And then connect them like that. Then you're going to just draw another small box following the lines of the box you made. Very simple. And then you do another power ring thing on the bottom. Okay, this shoe isn't as hard. It's very easy. kind of hide it behind the shoe. So you're going to start about here and draw a curved line like this. And then I stop at about here and then just curve it like that. Then I draw the little boosters, which is I start about here and then do a straight line and then in like that. And then I start from this corner and just kind of follow it. Remember to connect the edges to give it 3 dimensions. And then similar to this shape, you are going to just kind of follow it. You could round it off a little bit, but there you go. And you could do a little booster, which is just kind of like that. Nothing too hard, but those are his feet. Now we're going to go to the hard part, and one of the last parts, which is his hands. So, oh, the camera might die. The low battery thing just came up. So if it dies, I'll just make it into a 2-part video. So if I get cut off, I'm sorry. Alright, anyway, we're going to start with this arm. Ignore this little line, because I will. Okay, anyway, we're going to, very similar to the hand, this part of the feet, you're going to do a little half circle with another rounded boxed edge thing around it with a little power ring on the bottom. They're not called power rings, but they basically are. That's what they look like. Okay? And then the tag is actually going to be facing this way, like be in the background. So what I do is I make a straight line going up and a straight line going this way, and then follow it and go down, and then just connect the corners. There, that's all you need to do for that one. Very easy. Okay, the hand gets pretty hard. Just whenever you draw hands, it's pretty hard. But I'm going to try to do it as easily as possible. So I start from here, and I just draw a very wavy, curvy line like this. That's going to be his thumb. And then I curve it off here. And go about there. Like that. And then I start back at the top over here. And kind of draw another rounded line. And kind of curve it like this. It's very hard to explain, but if you watch this video and just practice the shape I'm making right now, eventually you'll get it. And just kind of follow it. I kind of curve this and then start over here. And then just connect it like this. Kind of like that. And then for the rest of the fingers, you just kind of follow the shape you made. Just like that. It doesn't come out so good, but that's the best you're gonna get. I would actually go over it again. I would make this line a little bit curved in more this way, but since I'm working with one hand, I can't really fix that now. Okay, but that's his left hand. We're gonna work on his right hand, which the video is probably gonna die like now. But I'll try to get as much done as possible in this one video. Okay, for this arm, I actually made him doing like a chaos attack. It's kind of like a fiery attack. But I start about here on the chin. Just draw a curved line going out this way. About that far. Nothing too crazy. And then just follow it. And again, just like the shoes and the first glove we made, half circle, rounded box. And then same thing, straight line going up, across, follow, and connect the edges. Very simple, and he does have another power ring on this hand, which is just a line like that. Nothing too complicated. A little practice, you can do anything. Okay, this hand is a little bit different. I drew it, the thumb similar, where I start over here, make a little wavy, rounded line like this, and I curve the thumb off, and go up, like this, and then I actually, oh yeah, never mind. I was going to say something else, but I just kind of continue on with that line until I get about here for the index finger, and just curve it up, and when you're about to make the curve for this way, make it straight, like this. And then for the next finger, you start about here, and just follow the line you made. Do that about 3 more times, depending on how many fingers you want to give Shadow, and connect it. So you got his open hand. And for the fire, like, it's kind of like fiery, so to draw fire, I start over here, and just make really wavy, sharp lines like this. Like that. I actually drew a little circle in the center. Kind of like that. And just for fire, you just start out and make wavy, spiky lines like this. Not really that hard. Just yeah, just keep them bent, curved, and then yeah, not much to explain here. Just kind of keep repeating what you're doing, kind of like that. You could add in a little bit more, like if you want to add like one here, you could draw some inside. And if you want, a good tip is to make it actually go over the hand. One, this will cover up details that you might have messed up on, and two, it just kind of looks like it's actually in his hand and it's going like past it and stuff. So oh, and I also like doing these little like wavy things, like over here, kind of like that. Keep it like very, like similar shapes to this, but kind of looks like it's flying off. So we got like he has like a fireball in his hand, and now he has little highlights on his arms and legs. Like over here, I'd start about here on the glove and just draw a straight line going up. He has like little red highlights on his arms. Very similar to the spikes, actually. And for here, I just start about here on the glove. Just drew a straight line connecting it to his arm. And for the leg, same thing. Straight line. And straight line starting from his knee. Well, okay guys, that's how you draw Shadow the Hedgehog. Like this. Yeah, this was requested by Bubbles920, and this was highly anticipated. Well, this was just the rough sketch with one arm. After you ink it and stuff, like if you went over with flare pen that I use, wait, I use this one. It's very good. If you go over it, it should look like this. I did a little bit of shading on it, so it kind of pops out more, but yeah. So it should kind of look like this. Yep. I'll try to get them both in a shot. Kind of like that. Well, yes, this was requested by Bubbles 920. And yeah. So if you have any comments, concerns, questions, anything you want to ask me about the picture, write in the comments. I will try my best to answer them. And if you have any requests, please feel free to write it in, and as soon as I get around to it, I will hopefully be able to do it. Okay guys, I'm Shin0555, this is How to Draw Shadow the Hedgehog, complete, and see you guys next time. Okay, thank you for watching, subscribing, all that stuff. I'm Shin0555, and have a nice day guys. Okay, bye-bye.